Hey everybody, and welcome to Misscliks D&D Devotion, not Oblivion. It's going to be the next one. How are you guys doing today?
Oblivion.
A little destruction on the mind.
Is that a thing?
It could be. Oblivion's what happens when all the characters die.
When Jiraxis emotes, Oblivion!
How are you guys doing this fine Tuesday evening?
Great. I just finished a game with Dice Camera Action on the Wizards channel. So hello to everyone who came over from there. Thank you for following me. I appreciate it.
And I hear that no one would get a pet owlbear with you.
No! Strix and I both wanted to go find the owlbear and help it get some food and then see if we could make it her, pet/mount. No one would do it.
Did they want to kill it instead or just ignore it altogether?
No, they just wanted to ignore it. Lame.
You know, if they wanted to kill the owlbear instead of make it a pet, I could understand. Owlbears are dangerous creatures, but to just ignore it?
Well, and I have a talk to animals spell.
Mm-hmm.
Which may or may not have worked on an owlbear. Who knows? But it was worth a fun try. Could have tried to talk it into it.
Unfortunate. What about you, Kess?
What have I been doing? Streaming like lots and lots of Stardew Valley. Like I am obsessed with that game. It's all I want to play.
Stardew Valley?
Stardew Valley.
You haven't heard of Stardew Valley, Neil?
Tell me you haven't heard of this, Neil.
No, I've never heard of Stardew Valley. What is this?
How have you been on Twitch and never heard of Stardew Valley?
Because, I stream on Twitch, 60 hours a week, and then I don't use Twitch otherwise.
That's no excuse. I don't use Twitch otherwise, and I've heard of it.
That's pretty impressive. Either that's impressive or you're trolling.
It looks just like a big Farmville? Or is this I don't know, it looks like an old SNES game.
Harvest Moon or something. Yeah, like the old Super NES Harvest Moon or something.
Oh, like Harvest Moon. I loved Harvest Moon.
You would like this then.
Yeah, I would think you would like Stardew Valley, actually, Neil.
Yeah, you might actually. I might have just given you an addiction. It's really fun though. So I've done that, and I haven't. This is my minus D&D. This is my first day off in 2 weeks. I've been streaming like crazy. So.
Oh my god.
And I also had 4 pieces come out of the kiln today, which they look fantastic. So I'll post pictures of them later. But yay, glass. That's it for me.
Well, what about you, Olivia? What's up with you?
I didn't put my glasses on.
Good story.
Thanks. Do you want me to tell it again? I didn't put my glasses on.
Good one.
To be honest, I'm just working a lot, so my life is not that exciting, except it's all about ticket sales and planning an event and talking to agencies and looking at what the stage is going to be like and what cool stuff people can get and stuff like that. So I'm all about that organization of event life right now. It's tiring.
Sweet. Trump, I hear you've been doing some Hearthstone stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of the game I play. I'm playing a lot of the open tournaments. Haven't had a top finish yet, but we'll get there. Find a way ladder. That's good. Have you begun your no sleep, Neil?
Yes,
Well, that's good news, because Stardew Valley can keep you up for hours on end.
Really? Well, we'll take a look. I'm in the middle of an Attila, Total War Attila game. Maybe when we're done with that.
Are you doing another marathon stream?
Yeah, we're about 6 hours into it right now. It's going to be about 50 hours long-ish, maybe a little bit longer if we're still going at the end of it. So when this is done, I'll just hop right back over and keep doing that.
Dude, for people who don't know, Neil is this doesn't have to sleep magician. And he does these consecutive hour streams on Twitch. And he actually would be a world record holder if he had notified Guinness World Record.
It's such a pain in 144 straight.
Yeah.
Wait, you did 144 hours straight. Like you were awake streaming for 144 hours straight.
Yeah, 6 days.
How are you not dead?
It's a very strange thing to watch. You should watch sometime. At the end, it was like watching a weird, like, it was not Neil at the end.
I imagine not.
Yeah. You get a little tired and you get a little weird.
A little tired.
A little tired and a little weird, and
You know,
your mood changes pretty quickly. A lot of mood swings.
Didn't you fall asleep once on stream and the stream like conspired to wake you up?
I've fallen asleep a few times attempting these. And then inevitably someone has to get in touch with Twitch to tell them to turn it off.
Yeah.
Which is pretty embarrassing.
But you fallen asleep during it. So you fell asleep during that.
No, not during the 144. That was that was like 3 years ago during a 70-hour marathon.
That was a failed one. The 100 and whatever one was not a failed one.
Yeah. The 124, the 120 and the 144 were
that
perfect.
has to be a record for Twitch then, right?
It is.
Okay.
Hands down.
Yeah.
It's a record by a lot.
Yeah. But, whatever. It was fun.
I did a 24-hour once, and I swear I was like a drunk person by the end. I was so loopy. I get super goofy. After about hour 15, if you come to my channel, I'm like a whole nother person for sure.
Neil makes it look all easy, and people are like, I can do that. And then people, like my husband, Jeff, who played D&D with Neil before and everything, was like, I'm going to do a 24-hour stream. It doesn't look that hard. He made it to like 8. And the idea of continuing it, no, he made it to like 12. But it's like you don't realize how tiring that is to stream for that long because you got to be entertaining for that long.
Yeah, and you get up and stuff because I did that. I did like, what was it? Did I end up at 15 to 18 hours? And even at the end, I did DDR for like my last 3 or 4 hours. I don't know how I pulled the energy out. I got some big host. I was like, oh yeah, I could do DDR, and like got up, did DDR. It was all like wild and crazy, whatever. But like, yeah, I don't do 24 hours. I've done it like twice. Once on purpose, I think when I first started streaming, I was like, oh yeah, I'll hit 2,000 followers. Okay, we'll do it. I was like, never again. That was the biggest mistake of my life.
You just got to get past the early AM hours. Once you get to like noon the next day, you hit this like second wind and you're totally good until like 3 a.m. again. It's that 7 a.m. to noon time that's really awkward.
Now I just don't do them. People are like 24 hours. Like, sure, when somebody donates like $2,000, sure, I'll do a 24-hour because like obviously something like that's never gonna happen. But like sure, I make like these ridiculous requests. Like, oh, you want me to shave my head? Sure. When we hit like 5,000 subs, like just random requests. I'm just like, sure, when this happens,
So 5,000 subs and you shave your head is what I'm hearing?
Exactly.
Yeah. We'll see what we can do about that. In the meantime, where did we leave off last week in our adventures of the devoted couples?
Well, as you all know, Kes and Kellen are a music dynamo brother-sister duo. And Olivia, Kellen's girlfriend, Kellen is a boy, Olivia is a girl, has become the band manager. She's really good at promo. And Ransom, Kess's boyfriend, has become the band bodyguard and also kind of the strategist of the team.
Yep.
And Kes and Kellen have had a little bit of a falling out with their family, and they're kind of striking out on their own because they used to be a family act. Now they're just a brother-sister act, and they're trying to kind of prove themselves to the world. And last week, they took an illicit job. I don't know if illicit is the right word. Subversive. I don't know. Whatever. But they took a job from the lady of the land who wanted them to spy on this other lord and see if he was doing business with the orcs, which it so turned out that he was. So we completed that mission, got her the evidence, but unfortunately did not get to compete in the Battle of the Bands. We're still trying to figure out why our rival band, Secundus, keeps wowing audiences when we think they aren't that good.
Don't you guys have a couple of theories on what Secundus is doing?
Yeah.
What are your
We-
theories?
Well, we think that they're charming the audience somehow magically. And we noticed that there is a backup dancer who seems to be doing some very direct prayers before every performance.
Who is she praying to?
I forget.
Oh, I know this. Jexel.
Ah, and who is Jexel? Yeah.
Goddess of fortune.
Yes. Fortune and wine
Wow.
and luck and all those fun little those sorts of things. So, you guys are still in Bridgelight. The Battle of the Bands is over. Secundus has won handedly. Your other rival band, Koibu's Chorus, lost to Secundus in the round of 8.
Koibu Chorus lost to Secundus?
Yep, in the round of 8.
That's
They didn't even make
bullshit.
it to the
They were
semifinals.
much better. I like Koibu Chorus now.
What?
Does that?
Koibu Chorus is our rival. Don't let Neil distract you from our two rivals.
We need to team up with Koibu's Chorus to take down Secundus. I bet they're as bitter as we are.
I am just out of game, bitter that we created our nemesis, and Neil was like, no, I'm creating you a new one. And just decided that one was not our nemesis. So I'm salty about it.
Postpone your salt, Anna. In the grand scheme of things, I think you'll be pleased.
Okay. Fine then.
We should just let's cut the crap and get rid of them all. River style.
River style?
Yeah, ditch them all in the river.
Oh.
That way we're the only ones standing.
But babe, we have to actually be the best artist, otherwise it doesn't
That's
really.
not my character, that's Jen. Jen is way more evil than Olivia.
So you guys are in Bridgelight. What is your plan? The Battle of Bands is over. There's no one left to compete against.
Did I end up on the wrong foot still with Guy Claypool?
Yeah, I think he said he was going to talk to you about it, but then we ended the session and you guys didn't get a chance to work out your differences.
Yeah, because I told him, what's up?
Yeah, my sister got him.
Yeah.
Yee.
So we collected our reward, right?
Yes.
And Olivia's hanging on to the band's money.
Yeah.
Right. As
Yeah,
the
so-
manager.
Yeah,
Okay.
manager, indeed. Of course, people. What did you expect?
And we did
How
not.
much money is that? I'm out of money right now.
Wait a minute, I wrote it down. 200 GP?
That sounds right.
Yeah, I think that's it. And
We looked for but did not get a magical item as well, right?
Yeah, we did get
Yeah, we
it.
got a skull.
We got the skull, but we replaced it with a fake skull.
Oh, nice.
Right.
And what does the scroll do?
You need a read magic spell to decipher it, and right now no one has the read magic spell. So that's something you're gonna have to keep your eyes peeled for. Along the way is a spell book or a wizard that you might be able to learn that from in order to decipher the writings on the scroll. So that's gonna have to be like an active side quest or a passive side quest that you guys are
Yeah.
keeping your eyes peeled for.
Okay. Are we done at the event
Yeah.
and are gathered at a private place yet?
Yes.
So, what's going on with the ring that he stole? Do we still have
Oh
it?
yes. When we
Oh,
head
yeah.
off
Oh,
tavern or inn or something, when I look around, make sure no one's there, probably because we're in a room. I bring something up. So you might have known that I was trying to make sure that the Lord here knew about Secundus's basically the way that they were not really performing well, but actually probably just charming the audience. So I had a great plan to make sure that they would see that.
How so? Did you
From the
successfully
ring.
accomplish your plan?
He
Well,
stole the ring.
you see, I noticed that I thought that if I took the ring off the Lord and then gave it back, he would be like, "Oh yes, I was hypnotized, I was charmed." Uh, so when he was watching the performance, I just walked right in front of him. I took it off, and then I inspected it right in front of him, and no one noticed at all. And here it is, right here. You see, I didn't give it back to him.
Why? What is
Because-
wrong with you? You can't steal a ring from a lord. That's so dangerous.
Well, he did kind of give the wrong performance the lead when we did tell those two that they were cheating. And also, it is worth a lot.
But that doesn't prove anything. Like,
It does.
Earlier,
I
you
stood right
remember
in front of him and I took the ring from him.
don't
Right
you
off
remember?
his hand.
Don't you remember when you guys were like, "Oh, but Olivia, it's not about the money. It's about the performance and being recognized. We don't care about those."
That's right, it is about the performance, and they completely disrespected performing arts by giving a cheating band the win.
So how do
Which
we
we had
expose
given them the
them?
heads up on.
Now we may just get caught. Maybe we should plant the ring on them to prove that they are thieves.
That would be dishonest.
Well, there's thievery going on right now. How is that different?
Well, I had suspected all along that that was that band's plan to throw people at their performance and then have people in the audience pickpocket. Who knows if that didn't already happen? In fact, it did happen. They're dangerous.
Well, what are you gonna do with this ring?
Well, it's a little too high profile, so I reckon someday when we travel far off to a far off place, we'll pawn it.
But people will always know it was a lord's ring.
I know that's what
matter how far.
fences are good for. If
I
we go
don't
far
know.
enough, no one will know.
I don't know. I don't care how far you travel. I think people will always know what that ring is from. And I don't want you to risk your life because they will have your head.
It's
I
okay.
just think-
I know a guy.
Well, it was a really good plan to prove to the Lord that he didn't notice when you did something while he was hypnotized. And now that you have that ring, he's just going to think you stole it some other time. So maybe you just need to steal something else. I don't know. Whatever Olivia thinks, I think.
I think we're fucked.
Yeah, totally.
I think you should have went with your first plan. I don't know why you changed plans halfway through. It seemed like a good plan.
Well, I was looking at the ring, and I was thinking about how I had no money,
We have
and I was thinking
200
about how they had wronged us.
We have 200 gold. That's like more gold than anyone has ever had in this party. That's a lot of gold. We can live off this for like months, years even.
True. And money isn't everything. We have each other. That's very important.
Love is the one true gold one needs. Love and food.
That's so true, babe. And I give her a big kiss. I
Well-
could survive off nothing but your love forever.
Well, that's very romantic. I would like to lavish great gifts upon my girl.
Oh, yeah, me too. I like to give Olivia gifts too, is what I meant. Do you want a gift right now, Olivia? I can go get you a gift.
You know what I would love? Let me
What?
look at my character sheet. I would love some arrows.
Oh my gosh, I'll totes go get you some arrows right now. It's not like I get to play in this stupid battle of bands anyway. Here. Can I, do I have any gold? I don't think I do. Can I have just like a smidge of my share from the band's
Of course, babe.
thanks.
I give you a gold, I guess.
I go,
Shall we just divvy that up now? I could use some pocket change too. Let's give 50 to
You
everyone.
know what we should do? Give Matt the freaking ring.
I run off to get her arrows. I just leave.
All
I'm
right.
just like,
Just do whatever you want. I'm so done with this. I'm so done with this. I just want to leave town. I don't care about Secundus.
So, what type of arrows do you want to buy? There are bodkin and broadhead, and the guy who's selling them lets you know that the broadhead, it's a broader head, so it does a little bit more damage, but it's got a shorter range. The bodkin is much thinner, so it has a much further range, but it's a little less damaging.
Can I have some of both and like?
Well,
change
you
them
could,
according
but
to
I'm asking
history?
Kellen because she's going shopping for you.
Okay.
Mhm.
Sorry.
He's going shopping.
I'm sorry, he's going shopping. Thank you.
I know it's confusing with the voice, but
Yeah.
I've met a few guys who talk like that. Which one's like more expensive?
Broadhead.
I want those. She deserves the best.
Okay, 1 silver, 5 copper, each one. 15 copper for one.
I don't really do math. I'm a musician, so just like 1 gold's worth, please.
Of course. He takes your gold piece and slides you 6 arrows.
Do I get any change?
Oh, right. He digs around and pulls out a silver piece and slides it across to you.
Kellen thinks really hard about this. Wait, you said like, well, never mind. It's fine. Thanks. Bye.
Have a good day.
I run back. I give her all. I come with like a bouquet of arrows, and I get down on one knee, and I'm like, "My love, may your arrows strike as true as Cupid's arrow has struck me in my heart for you."
Babe, that's so romantic. I love useful gifts. They're way better than, things that fade away. Those arrows will have purpose and will strike true, like true love itself.
Yeah, totes. And then we make out.
Yeah. we make out in front of Koibu's chorus. I just imagine a bunch of little Gregorian chanting Koibus, like 6 meals of different heights and like hairstyles.
Where are my Koibu's chorus notes? Here we Okay. So, what about Kess and Ransom? What are you guys doing at this tavern the night after the Battle of the Bands?
I'm thinking about the geography of the world. Are there any big cities far away?
There are many big cities far away. Let's make sure everyone can see the map right now. Everyone should be able to see Bridge Light. If you zoom out just a little bit, you can see that city to the north. That is, I believe, Crownhold. And further to the south is Dawngate. Those are the 2 big cities nearby. Up here is Crownhold. Across the canal is Highport. And down to the south is Dawngate. And if you go further east, you'll get to Stromheim. The only other cities are way to the south in Drekis. You've got Wicthron Rarenta. And then there's the Elven capital. But you probably shouldn't go there with your human counterparts. They don't let humans into the Elven capital.
Jerks.
They don't trust them. The humans, there've been enough problems between humans and elves. It's just, for them, it's a better policy, don't even let the humans in. Too many things go
Is there
wrong.
a road to Stromheim, the one way south?
The one way south is Wicthron Rarenta. If you cross the big open plain, here we go. So there's this big plain here, right? All this yellowish area. You can just walk across that. And then from there is a road to this capital itself. You can either come down here and take the road through Kirschwick, or you can head down here and follow the river to Bontheris, and then go by road.
I don't care what we do, but I'm starting to starve on the inside from not having played music in so long. And if I starve from the inside, it's worse than starving from the outside because your heart is the center of your soul.
Cass, how would you like it if I whisked you away to a place far, far away?
To do what?
Let's go see the world.
But what about what's going on here?
What is going on here?
Well, our rivals and everything else.
I hear that when musicians go travel, sometimes they can gather great inspiration from far-off locations.
Well, I mean, I would love to travel. You know I want to see the world. So, of course, I would go anywhere with you.
Oh,
You know where we should go? We should go get back my chainmail armor from underneath that tree. She says, looking at her notes. You know, it's not that far away. It would just be a little detour. It's worth like 50 gold and it's all tailored to me. I'm pretty sure nobody will find it.
sure, that makes sense. We should go when it's broad daylight.
Yeah, I love that side quest that is gonna be pretty boring.
As long as we can find a town to play at, that's fine.
You know which town would love us to play at? I'm sure that the fisherman village right next to my armor would love that because they never get anyone.
That's great. Like a small, intimate venue.
Yeah,
I think that's like right up our alley. That's what we got to do to create buzz, create relationships.
With the locals.
Right. And I can try out some of my new material.
Yeah,
Like,
good place.
what would I do without you? I think that one's going to be a huge hit
I agree.
because it's about you.
Oh, you.
All right, so let's go do that. Unless there's any other, Ransom, are you just going to keep that ring or are you going to give it back or what are you going to do?
Well, we have it now. Giving it back might actually cause more problems.
I really do want to expose Secundus for the frauds they are.
Yeah, I think that would be very important.
I do as well, and I would love to learn about the secret of their performance. But what are we just going to do? Follow them day in and day out?
I am glad that you can separate yourself from that. I was getting a little worried that that's all that she thought about daily.
Well, that and you know.
Oh.
So,
Let's go get your chainmail back, Olivia.
So for the viewer who might not have seen last week's episode, where is Olivia's chainmail?
Over to Moonlake.
Yeah, it's near Moon Lake. And if we're lucky, it didn't rain and there's still arrows pointing to it somehow.
Okay. Well, it's late afternoon / evening time now. Do you guys want to head out today? It's like a full day to get to Moon Lake.
Let's camp out in the middle so that it's day when we get there.
All right, so you want to start out today and just get outside of town and camp outside of town?
But don't forget that we're still owed a favor, aren't we?
We are. She owes us big time.
So what if we
will
use that?
put that in our pocket? How about that?
What if we just use that favor to expose Secundus once and for all?
We tried, remember? And she loves them. She is all about them and thinks we're
Yeah, she's underneath their spell charm thingy.
We can just accept that we got one up on them already and call it even.
just.
What if we tried to bribe the girl who was doing the prayers into telling us what she's been doing?
I think she has something to do with it. There's no way that charm. There's something about it. I feel. Because why would they wait for her to pray all that time? And she slept so long. She napped for hours.
Yeah,
Who does that in the middle of a tent?
you know who does that? People trying to gather spells.
Maybe.
Oh, Olivia, you are a cleric. Perhaps you know something about what might have happened?
Or maybe she'd share her secrets with you because you're so sexy that when you ask for things, people just can't say no.
Well, that's true with you, isn't it? And
I could go chat her up, of course. But you know what worries me? My armor, as well as that ring.
Well, the ring is easily enough to conceal. No one has any idea that we would hold it.
Maybe except if that person has a wizard and they can locate the object, and then you're doomed forever. I will say I'm not associated with you, by the way, if that happens.
Should we put it in a box? A metal box, yes.
I don't think that works.
That won't be thick enough.
How about we go get your armor outside town while you chat up this girl? And then we can hide the ring if we want, or we can just leave as soon as we get back.
Sure.
I think splitting the party is always a good plan.
So we're getting my armor, you and I, babe?
No, you're gonna chat up the girl.
Oh, that's way less exciting.
But you're so good at it.
We can do that and then trek out together.
Alright, I'll go talk to the girl. Let's go.
All right, so you look around for Koibu's chorus. It takes you guys a while.
For
The town,
Secundus.
She's not in
Secundus,
yeah.
right? Secundus. You guys search the town for Secundus. It takes a little while because the town's so full, but that also helps you find them because everyone's talking about Secundus and how great they were. And you guys hear that they're playing over at a different tavern. By the time you get to that tavern, it's packed. You can't even make your way in through the front door. There's such a big crowd that's spilling out the door, and people are looking in through windows and like just getting as close as they can to hear the band playing.
The shitty music.
Oh, Cass, dear, if I get entranced, try to shake me out of it. Sorry in advance if I act violently towards you. I'm not in control when I hear the music.
Oh.
I've never seen anyone act violently. If you touch my sister, I will own you.
She kind of scratched at me last time I tried to shake her off.
Well, you're not my brother, so I don't know. Like, maybe I'll try to protect you, maybe not. We'll see.
We'll do our best.
Okay, when I approach the music, when try to mind over matter. This music is terrible. Music is terrible.
Actually, they're not playing right now. Everyone's getting close as if they were going to listen, but when you're approaching the building, there's no music coming from it. I should have made that more clear.
Okay,
It's my
that's
fault.
fine. My mind continues to think this music is terrible.
Okay. You get to the tavern, but as I said before, you can't even make your way inside because it's so packed. The roar of the crowd is demanding Secundus play again. The typical chanting for encore has turned, I don't want to say violent, but aggressive.
Oh, poor Secundus. Perhaps they have run out of their tricks since they had to perform so often.
I have never seen them do an encore. Maybe if we could get them to deny an encore, it would show the truth. Or to do.
Well, I mean, let's see. How many times have they performed today already?
Today they would have performed once, twice. This would be their third performance for the day if you count if you count the round of 4 and the round of 2 in the Battle of the Bands as separate performances.
And yesterday they performed 4 times?
You weren't around yesterday,
Okay.
but it was probably 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, perhaps they can only pull off their trick during a limited time period. Well, let's join the crowd. Secundus!
Yeah, I demand an encore. I demand it.
Okay.
I won't be satisfied till I get an encore.
A loud feminine voice calls out from inside the tavern. People! Into a feminine voice. Ladies and gentlemen, please. Our star performers have tired themselves for the day. They've competed not only in the Battle of the Bands, but performed here. Please, let them rest. And the crowd kind of gives and kind of grumbles.
Oh.
They're no artists at all if they can't play another encore.
So next he's like, yeah, I didn't get a chance to hear them.
Yeah, they don't love their fans.
The
It's
owner
like
of the
the magic ran out.
the owner of the tavern seems to be parting the crowd and giving way for Secundus, who you see kind of snaking out through the front door through this like narrow alley that the owner of the tavern has.
Look, everyone, there's Secundus over there.
The crowd is mobbing them, trying to get them to touch them, then to sing them like a quick little ditty, maybe a couple of hits on the drums, anything, please, anything. But Secundus is desperately trying to make their way through the crowd. You can see the eyes of Guy Claypool just kind of freaking out, like, oh my god, there are too many people here. And as they make their way through the crowd, they come right past the lot of you.
I don't say anything to them. I go like this.
I kind of help them out by being tough and making way, so that their path is easier.
Sure.
All right, let them rest.
They escape and start heading out into the city. You do see their backup dancers with them, Olivia, if you would like to approach. They're making their way through the city streets towards the north.
We should just follow them. Let's track them. I start following from afar.
Sure. As the sun sets, you follow them to a small, sleepy little inn on the far side of town. This place looks fairly run down. Doesn't look like the sort of place that a famous band would stay at. Kind of looks like a rat hole. In fact, it's named the Rat Hole.
Aha.
Smooth, Neil, smooth.
Mhm.
What a fitting name.
Well, Olivia, isn't it time for you to catch them like the rats they are?
Well, I think I just want to see what they're going to be up to. I'm curious. I'll figure something out. Don't worry about me.
I think they're going to sleep.
We'll see.
Okay. Do you go into the inn?
Well, can I see them from outside?
Yeah, they're standing in the common room. Looks like one of the backup dancers is talking to the clerk at the inn. Like they're arranging rooms for the night.
Yeah, let's just see how it plays out.
Okay. They talk for a few minutes, then the clerk takes some coins from them and escorts them back down a hallway, and you lose sight of them from the windows. Looks like they've gotten a room for the night and are going to bed, or probably rooms.
How about we just book ourselves some rooms here for tonight? We have to stay somewhere, right? And our cover story, if they ask anything, is that, well, we didn't get any gigs, so of course we're running out of money, so we need to stay in this rattle. But why are they staying in that rattle? That makes no sense.
Be far away from everyone.
And I'll try to sneakily listen into what they're doing.
Okay.
Let's go sleep here. Sounds great.
Sure. You guys can book a room here. It is 1 silver a room for a night. How many rooms would you like to book?
I guess 2.
2 rooms?
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys at the point where you're sharing rooms together? I'm not sure where your relationships stand on the physical side of things.
I think we've been sharing rooms for a while now, if you know what I mean. I don't know. I need Anna to confirm. She has to make the decision as well.
I think, babe, it's totally up to you. You know, whatever you're comfortable with. Like, I'm fine, you know?
He's like,
Let's share a room. I think we're at that point.
Yeah, if you want to, I'm totes down. Yeah, it's like whatever, you know?
Kind of roll my eyes. Stop being sappy. We've done this for a while. Just get us our 2 rooms.
What did you just say?
Just get us our 2 rooms.
Yeah. We're getting
No
2
need
rooms.
to make a scene.
All right. Someone chip out 2 silver for the 2 rooms.
I'll pay.
The clerk.
He goes to pay, and I take the 1 silver that I had exchange. I'm like, no, babe, let me help with this. And I put down that 1 silver.
Nice.
Okay.
The night clerk is a larger guy. He's maybe 6'4", fairly strong and thin. He looks over at the lot of you and goes, "You all look like traveling musicians or something."
Mhm. Yeah, we were around for a battle of the bands.
Do you win?
No, obviously not. If we did, we'd probably be staying at some noble's house, I bet.
Well, sorry, I meant nothing by it. All right, well, I'll show you your rooms.
That group that just checked in, they won. They didn't tell you?
Well, the guys with the drums and the big upright bass?
Mhm.
Yeah. You're talking to the winners of the Battle of the Bands there, and you didn't even know it.
I don't know why they're staying here.
Won't they have won a whole bunch of money?
Yeah.
Well, I guess they just decided to honor me with their presence. How kind of them. All right. Well, I'll get you guys to your rooms. It's not a big inn, so you'll have to be taking the last 2 rooms we got for tonight.
Sounds good.
He takes you and leads you all the way down to the end of a hallway where there's 1 room at the very end and then 1 room on the side.
Thank you, Uncle Jib Jib. That's his name, right, Neil?
Are you related?
I don't know. I just thought it was funny to call him Uncle Jib Jib.
I mean, it is.
All right. You're welcome. You're mighty welcome, miss.
I'm sorry. It just reminded me of my Uncle Jib Jib.
No, that's all right. I don't mind one bit.
All right.
Mrs. Bum Bum.
Oh, you. I laugh and I kind of just like pat him in the back or something.
Well, if you all need anything, I'll be right back at that counter. We got water in the night. The outhouses are through that back door, through the common room, and it gets mighty frosty out here. So you might want to take care of business before it gets too late, if you know what I mean. More than once, had to woken up to someone who's had their cheeks frozen to the seat.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Really should get rid of that metal toilet seat, but well.
Well, at least now I'll know to avoid it when it's really cold.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the tip.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep my bum bum safe.
Helen does not like it. Anytime that Bum Bum is mentioned between these 2, Helen cringes.
Should all cringe. It's a terrible
Yeah.
name.
It is. Thanks, Neil.
All right. The night clerk goes back to his place. The 4 of you are in your 2 separate rooms. Is there anything in particular you guys are doing, or are you actually going to sleep?
I'll say, hey, Kellen, I think you'll need to keep my bum bum warm.
Before we separated into the rooms, I asked Olivia, did you have some sort of plan, or are we just staying here for the night?
What are you doing in our room? What the hell? Get out.
Before we separated into
Oh,
rooms.
okay.
Mistakes were made.
You need anything,
I mean,
or should we just go to sleep?
You know what you guys should do? You should try to listen into what they're saying. While we take care of business. Yeah, like
Sure
because
thing.
the business of
I
others.
look at the layout. Is there a room? Well, did we see which rooms they went into? Can we have a guess at it?
You didn't, but he said all the rooms were taken for the night, and you walked past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other rooms. This inn has 7 rooms total, and you walked past 5 of them. And you know, Koibu's chorus is actually 7 people. So either everyone has their own room, or maybe they've partnered up, and there's a few rooms that have other people in them. I don't know. How do you think they would deploy?
Well, as we walk past, is there any talking in the rooms?
Nope. Each room is dead quiet.
Well, we'll keep an ear out.
Okay. Does that mean you're like going door to door listening, or you're just sitting in the hallway waiting?
I just mentioned, okay, we'll keep an ear out, and then I head towards my room unless Olivia wanted to say otherwise.
Well, kind of have an issue here because I don't have the list of my spells.
Right. So we're having some spell issues because we're having technical issues with the website right now. So
Just tell me what would be useful right now, Neil. And I'll do that.
I can't tell you it's useful because I don't even know what you have access to because I can't even use the list. Our tools are broken.
Well, I know
Just
that-
only use what you remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess I could cast Emotion Read.
Okay. I think you need to see a person for that, right?
Crappity. Are there windows?
Yes. They are not glass windows. They've got like wood shutters that open and close, but there's one in each room.
And they're all opened or closed?
They're all closed. If you when you saw from the outside, the three that were on the outside that you could see were closed, and your room's the one at the very back, and that one's closed. So the ones that are on the other side are probably closed as well. But they're just like wood shutters that let plenty of air through.
Oh, and now I had level 2 spells. God damn it. And I don't have them noted down. It's okay. Sorry. I guess I will cast Detect Magic then. That should help me identify the interesting things. And it's all wooden, right? So you can't get away from me, Neil.
Okay. You should actually be able to take a look at your spells now. I seem to have repaired the issue.
That's so easy. It's like the best customer service I've ever seen, Neil.
You're welcome. All right, so while you guys figure out what you're going to do, why don't we take a break? And when we come back from the break, we will have a better understanding of what our objectives are today. So see you guys on the other side. Bye-bye.